Welcome back to Face the Nation. I'm John Dickerson in Greenville, South Carolina, where CBS News held a Republican debate last night. But we're back now with more from Senator Bernie Sanders on the Democratic race. Senator Sanders, before we get back to the political questions, I want to ask you about the president's replacement for Antonin Scalia. What do you think will happen? He's going to nominate somebody, but Republicans have said they're just going to let it sit.
Well, I'll tell you, John, it is beyond my comprehension. And it just speaks to the unbelievable level and unprecedented level of Republican obstructionism against Obama from day one. This is not something that is in debate. The Constitution of the United States of America provides that the president nominates a Supreme Court justice. And then the Senate holds hearings and deliberations and votes on whether or not to approve that nomination. The idea that Republicans want to deny the President of the United States his basic constitutional right is beyond my comprehension. So I will do everything that I can to make sure that when the President makes his nomination, the Senate goes forward in as speedy a process as possible, holds the necessary hearings, and hopefully appoints and selects the President, the Supreme Court justice that the president nominates.
What levers, Senator, do the Democrats really have, though? If the Republicans are in the majority and they decide to slow walk this, what could Democrats do? How far could it go?
Well, I think we should do everything that we can, but I think the main leverage that we have is rallying the American people. Look, you could be a conservative, you can be a progressive, but you cannot allow, we cannot allow the Republican majority in the Senate to deny the president his basic constitutional right. There are very important cases that need to be heard that are not going to be determined if we do not have a ninth member of the Supreme Court. I think the issue is taking the situation to the American people. And I think fair-minded Americans, no matter what their political point of view may be, will say, this is absurd. This is obstructionism. This is not what democracy and what the Congress is supposed to be about.
Let me switch back to politics with you. When you did well in New Hampshire and the delegate counts came out, it showed that you picked up some delegates in New Hampshire. But because Hillary Clinton has so many of those superdelegates, the numbers look quite tilted in her favor. What's your overall feeling about superdelegates and their role in the nominating process?
Well, look, John, we are taking on the establishment, the Democratic establishment in virtually every state that we're running in, and most of the establishment in fact, is with Hillary Clinton. But this is what I think. I think if we continue to do well around the country, and if superdelegates whose main interest in life is to make sure that we do not have a Republican in the White House, if they understand that I am the candidate, and I believe that I am, who is best suited to defeat the Republican nominee, I think they will start coming over to us. And I will also say this, that I think you can get a sense of the nervousness within the Clinton campaign by seeing that they are now using their super PAC money, funded largely by Wall Street, against me. So I think they understand that in this campaign, we have the momentum, and I think superdelegates are beginning to perceive that as well.
Have you heard from any of these superdelegates who are not bound? They could switch, even though they've committed themselves for the moment to Hillary Clinton. Any warming signals from any of them coming to you?
Just met with a couple last night.
Well, that sounds encouraging. Senator Sanders, we appreciate you being with us. We'll look forward to talking to you again
Thank you very much.
soon. Thank you.